Hello and welcome back to Hollowponds Solo Sagas, where we will be playing Dragonbane today. This is our 9th episode of the adventures of our Mallard hero Quackbane. Quackbane has been, as the solo campaign allows, exploring Deepfall Breach, which is this little crack in the earth here. And hopefully he succeeds in his quest, which was given to him by Stonegaze, the cleric looking after the church at the top of Deepfall Breach. Now, Quackbane has completed the first of the missions within the solo campaign guide, which was called the Captive Orc. And the Captive Orc of mention is actually now one of Quackbane's companions. That would be Gorham the Orc. Gorham is now companioning and helping Quackbane in exploring Deepfall Breach. As you would know, I'll do this bit now, as you would know if you were a return viewer. If you are, hello and welcome back. Welcome back to the 9th episode. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your subscription. If you are not a returner and this is your first time, welcome to the 9th episode. There are 8 other episodes. I will be attempting to go through all of the solo missions within the solo campaign. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. It will really help us. It will help push towards that number of 1,000, which is quite magical. 1k. Awesome. So, Quackbane is down in Deepfall Breach. If you like what you see, hit the thumb, and if you have any comments to do with Dragonbane or the way I'm playing, do put them down. I would love to answer them. If you have any negative comments, if they are constructive, nice, please include those also. So, Quackbane has not only got Gorham as a companion, he also encountered, based on our roles, another adventurer who had been sent down into the breach to discover and unearth the World Breaker weapon, and her name was Eartha Kitt, who is a cat hunter. So both Eartha and Gorham are with Quackbane adventuring. Now, based on my notes and my memory and looking at Quackbane's character sheet, Quackbane is in a bit of a rough way. Quackbane at the moment has 5 hit points remaining. No, actually, sorry, has 5 wheel points remaining. Has 13 hit points, so it's doing okay on hit points, not so great on wheel points, but has the conditions of exhausted, sickly, dazed, scared, and disheartened. Thus is taking a bane on all of those conditions. The only thing that will alleviate this from Quackbane is a series of rests which won't help, or Quackbane has a night's rest, which Quackbane can't afford. Now, we have our threat. Our threat is at level 5 at the moment. When we hit 6, which is bound to happen during this encounter, the threat will trigger. Now, just to remind you, the threat that Stonegaze told us is, and I'll do the accent, my gaze is fixed upon the cultist subterranean outpost. Oh no, that's the mission. Hold on. Alright, fella, that's the mission. Tell us about the threat. The chasm is restless. Magma churns below. Be quick, lest the breach unleash its fury into your path. And what that means is when the threat activates, loads of magma will burst into the scene and start splattering everyone. Which we will use. We'll probably make people do evade rolls, and then we'll roll damage based on the... So that the solo rolls has a bit where you can decide what sort of damage is it, slight, moderate or severe, and then you roll a d6, 2d6 or 2d10 for the damage that someone will receive. So, do you remember where we were? I do, because I've got notes written down. So we had just completed the first 3 parts of Mission 2, which is the Cultist Warren. I might as well do the bit. So what we're here to do is there is a cultist called Arok, who is a devotee of the demon, and he is wearing as a medallion a part of the World Breaker, so a shard of the World Breaker. We have got to try and attack him and then get that off of him, I assume, or talk it off of him. Maybe we can con him or do a trade or something. But anyway, we're on step 4 of the mission, which is called Falls Crossing. Now, this is what we've been told we should expect. This crumbling bridge spans the breadth of the rift. Below, a river of magma belches smoke and fire. A small band of orcs encamp on the near side of the bridge. A barricade manned by cultists lies on the other. The orcs siege the bulwark. I guess that's the bridge. But take no ground. There must be magic at work to repel these skilled warriors so handily. So, we've basically we've come across, so as we've had that last bit, which was the big rift, and there was all those platforms and chains, as Allah seen out of The Hobbit. We are proceeding across, and again, just to remind you, I'm leaving in. I'm not editing them out. It takes me hours and hours and hours, and the AI tools that help you edit them out aren't as good as I hoped they were, so it still takes ages. So we see this stone bridge. We're coming out of a tunnel, out of the clearing, and ahead we can see it's much brighter, but it's a flickering kind of light, and we can see ahead of us. Well, let's see what we can see. So we have Eartha has an awareness of 12. I don't think Gorham has a good awareness at all. Gorham, he does. He has an awareness of 10. And our wonderful Quackbane has an awareness of 11. Now, as Eartha went forward a lot, Eartha can roll to see if Eartha notices stuff and stops us. 3, yes, she does. So Eartha calls us to stop, and then Eartha has a look and comes back and says, now, what I can see down there is there seems to be a stone bridge which is going over a massive chasm of magma and lava. Now this stone bridge, it seems to be defended on the far side by some kind of barricade. Now, every now and then, the orcs will do a quick run and try and charge that barricade, and they get repelled quite soon. Sorry, love, the orcs? Oh yes, sorry. On the near side, there are some orcs hiding behind a roughly built barricade as well. Basically, there seems to be some standoff between orcs and cultists. Here's what, love? Are you saying that we've got to go across a bridge and then that bridge is defended on both sides? Yes, that's what it looks like. Now, I think what we might... Hold on. How are we going to do that then? Why don't we just charge? I can get the orcs to charge with us. Are you sure? Because I think that's what she just said they're trying, fella. They're trying to charge. Yes, that's what I've seen. I've seen them attempt to do a charge twice when I was doing my scouting mission, and they just get repelled back. All right. Maybe we need to have a bit of a think about this, because I don't know what we're going to do. I could try and sing them a song. No, don't do that. Don't do that. What do you mean, don't do that? I am an artiste. All right, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We could try and rally the orcs, get the orcs to do a charge. All right, let's see. Okay, where's that? So I suppose, first off, is there magic which is resisting? Is there magic which is stopping the orcs from bashing down the cultists? Because if there is, there might be a mage on the other side, and if we can take that mage out, then we might be able to create a weak spot and then rally the orcs and go charging through and have a bit of a skirmish and see if we can just get through the skirmish and get through to the other side and escape this false spot. So first off, what we need to do is ask the Oracle, is there a mage that we can see on the other side that's stopping this? So is it a mage? Is Stone Gaze right? Is there a mage? Now, because Stone Gaze rather, I'm always getting names wrong. You'd think I had some sort of neurological thing. There must be magic at work to repel these skilled warriors so handily. So the orcs are skilled. Okay, so we're leaning towards a yes. Is there a mage? Because we've got it's complicated and we're leaning towards a yes. So I did a post about the probability of this. That means yes, there's a mage. So what we can see is, so maybe, let's see, can Eartha, we'll give Eartha a boon because she's looking for it. Can Eartha, so we'll just roll and we'll see if whatever we get, whether it's under each of us. So Gorham has 10, Quackbane has 11, and Eartha has a 12 awareness. Nat 1. I'm going to say I get an awareness tick, which is, don't tell anyone, please. So Nat 1 was we all can clearly see that across that there's a mage, and the mage seems to be constantly meditating, and possibly, is there some sort of, there's not, what I'm looking for is a 5e Arcana skill, but I don't think there is one, is there? It would only be if you're trained in magic, wouldn't it be? Which we're not, because you can't cast spells, and so because I'm not trained in magic, I can't cast spells. Oh, that should have been, what was that? That's awareness is an intelligence skill. Oh no, intelligence is the one thing, he's not angry, intelligence is the one thing that Quackbane hasn't got a Bane on. Alright, we need an intelligence skill. Beast Law's not going to help, Bushcraft's not going to help, Healing's not going to help, Language isn't going to help, Myths and Legends. Alright, Quackbane is going to attempt to make a Myths and Legends roll, which he's got a 5 in. 3!
Ah, Quackbane, you beauty. Now then, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, wink wink love, but I know what that is. I have read about this, in the tales of old. Now, sit down and let me tell you about it.
Can you not just tell us?
Go on, sit yourself down and listen to the story, because this is what I do, fella.
Now, I'm going to make him a performance roll, because is there a performance roll? There is performance. This is charisma based, so he's got a Bane on it at the moment. He's going to attempt to tell it as a story, which is probably going to knock this up, but it seems like he's a bard and it's a thing he'd want to do. Negative, well, with a Bane, that makes it an 8, and he's got a performance of 12, so he actually puts on quite a show, does our Quackbane, of telling a story.
Now let me tell you about times of old, where wizards would cast their spells, and one of the spells they liked to cast was called the Shield Repels, and a wizard needs to keep his focus, keep his eye on the ball, because if he lets it slip at all, the shield will fall, and then you get to kill them all.
So, with all this information that I have now acquired, Eartha will say, so, if I can plant an arrow in that wizard's head, we should be able to get a charge going.
Yes, love, I thought that's what my story just told you, but I may well have been mistaken. But yes, I reckon, based on what I remember reading, back in the training school.
Did you go to school?
Well, no, but I used to hang around the library because I used to like one of the ladies who worked there. But what I used to read was there was a mage and he could do these sort of spells, innit? So, what I'm saying is, my lovely little adventure friends, let's take that dude out, take the geezer down, and go and get them orcs all rolled up, as it were.
Okay, now I can do the shooting, can you do the rolling?
Oh, darling, if there's one thing I can do, I can roll people up.
So, that, I think, is a plan. We are going to see if she can get an angle on the wizard. So what should we do? Let's I'll see if I can get a nice picture up here. No, that's links up here. A nice picture up here that I'll see if GPT can make. We want a cultist mage who's focusing, maybe in cross-legged position, up on a pillar type thing, and he's focusing on the spell to keep the defensive spell up, whilst other cultists are shooting arrows and repelling against the orcs. Every now and then, just little, like First World War trench warfare, it would kick off for a bit and then it would keep their heads down, kick off for a bit, keep their heads down. And the orcs, every now and then, are trying to get themselves going and rushing over. And this is all sort of a good distance away, and they didn't notice us. Well, let's see if they noticed us. Let's give them an awareness of 10, but they'll have a Bane. Both of them fail. So the orcs are too busy on the bridge and the cultists and the magma that keeps firing up. And maybe after we're sitting there and watching, I'm going to kick that up in a minute. Whilst we do the attack. That is going to kick up whilst we do the attack, so we're going to have to try and charge across the bridge, avoid magma and lava spilling up over, like big blobs coming over, in a mixture of the final scenes of, The Return of the King, or Phantom Menace. No, not Phantom Menace, it's the Revenge of the Sith. Is it? Oh, anyone, where Anakin gets killed. Anakin the Youngling Slaughterer. As was his adventuring title. All magma getting bubbling up as we're charging across. If we can get this to work. which, based on how young Eartha is, or with those firing arrows down, mind you, it's meant to be difficult to shoot arrows down, so I'm going to cut some slack. It might be harder than we think, but we do have enough will points to do 2 musicians, which will give us some boons. So, first things first.
Right then, first things first. You, darling, go get yourself a nice angle on that shot. Wah. Make sure you're not going to miss. Wah, wah. We are going to go and talk to some orcs. Now then, Gorum lad. Yes, Quackbane. Do we have anything we can trade? Do we have anything that we can convince them with? I got some keys. Do they like keys? No. We like grog, good food, and no, don't go on.
So, we've got 4 silver, we've got some keys, I've got a spyglass. Oh, maybe Crackbane's got to lose the spyglass. The spyglass gives us a bane on stuff. What does that give us? No, a boon on bushcraft, if I remember rightly. Maybe we will try and nick it back on our chart. What's he got? Has he got sleight of hand? He's got a 6 of sleight of hand. That's not good. All right. So, how can we get our charisma back? I think the only way to get charisma back is we wait 10 minutes. And if we wait 10 minutes, that's going off. I think that is the only way we get charisma back is by doing a shift rest. Stretch rest. Stretch rest is 10 minutes. A short rest that only lasts for 1 stretch of time. During the stretch, you deal heal d6 damage, d6 will points, and heal a condition of your choice. I think they need to wait that 10 minutes, which means this is definitely going off. As soon as that all kicks off, that is triggering off. So that means that the lava under the ground is beginning to bubble and lots of that's bursting up. And so it will then mean that we're going to have to do a musician anyway, because I will give a bane because everyone's going to be a bit edgy because the magma is starting to go up. So we're going to wait 10 minutes, which I believe is a stretch rest. I mean, Gorum, if I remember rightly, Gorum could do with it anyway. We are not going to do a healing roll because that will use up some bandages, and I don't know if I could justify that. So Gorum is going to get a d6 hit points back. 6! That is brilliant. That puts Gorum on full hit points. So Gorum is back to 12 hit points. Oh yeah, Gorum's got, hasn't he got, he's got a bane. He's got a bane on all intelligence rolls. Because he got damaged. Got a head wound. Head wound! IT crowd. Quackbane gets a d6 back. He only needs to get 1 back. So Quackbane is on full hit points and he'll get a d6 will points back. 4, which means he's only got 5 used up, which means he's got 9 will points, which means it gives him 3 uses of musician, not magician. And he can alleviate 1 condition, which is going to alleviate disheartened, which is his charisma 1, which means that he can do that. So they've sat there, they've had a cup of tea, which I'm about to have a sip of.
Right, we've had a brew. Now I'm ready. Hopefully she's got targeting going. I can't see where she is. Hopefully she can see us. Right, you ready, Gorum? Yes, Quackbane.
Okay, so they're going to walk up. He'll have the spyglass in hand, and he'll have taken his singlet off, white singlet, and he's going to wave it. Do you know what a singlet is? Or what do they call them here? Chesty bonds. I'll stick that up there, a chesty bonds. And he's waving his white chesty bonds up there. All right, lads. Hey, all right. And a couple of arrows come from the cultists who are shooting them.
Oh, it's down, Gorum. It's down. All right.
And Gorum will start shouting in Orcish as they start approaching. And the orcs get a bit agitated, but then Gorum's shouting stuff.
What are you saying there, fella?
I'm telling him we're friends.
Nice one, nice one.
So then they'll approach. And the biggest orc of all is going to sort of in a slight crouch, still staying below the barricades. He's going to approach them.
Oh, yeah. Can you tell him to speak in, parlay? Oh, yeah. What are you here for? Ah, fella, now, let me tell you, we think we can help you out.
And then he starts to say,
oh no, we got this. I don't think you do. Not from what we've been watching. far as we can see, there's a mage over there. Magic? Yes, fella. Wah, a mage. And what he's doing is he's got a barrier. Let me tell you. No, Quackbone, don't have time. Oh, you hardly ever get to do a good performance around here. Wah. I mean, back in the stage, Quackbone. Oh, sorry, got distracted. So, what we're going to propose is we are gonna, if you are fine with it, we're gonna kill him. And then we can all get together and charge the barricades. What do you reckon? Can you do that? We can. All right.
So, well, let's make him make. What we got? Barter? Not really bartering. We've got persuasion, haven't we? Persuasion. Let's see if we can do a persuasion. And so, let's see if we can. I reckon now. If I do musician, it gives us a bane. No, a boon. That would be useful. But I'm also going to say, because it is Quackbane. We all like Quackbane, don't we?
Yes, you do.
We are going to say that Quackbane will give him the spyglass. He's going to do a bit of trading. He's going to give him the spyglass to try and persuade him. Oh, that's 50 gold, that is, that spyglass. It's the equivalent of giving him 50 gold. It's the equivalent of saying,
now then, what I think is, fella, if I give you this highly expensive, exquisitely built spyglass, you can see the mage what I'm talking about. Wah. What do you say? Will you give it to me? Oh yes, and you can keep it, because we are going to help you defeat them and get over the bridge. Oh, did I say that? We need to get over the bridge. All right, let's have a look at the spyglass.
and so you hand over the spyglass, and this is where we'll make him make a persuasion roll. Hopefully he doesn't fail it. So we'll give him a boon on a persuasion roll. He doesn't have his dishearten thing anymore, so should be right. He's got a 13 persuasion. A 5. A 5 is not as good as a 1, but it's still a pass. So the orc is quite convinced that this is a plan that will work. That he goes back and he talks to the other orcs. They keep milling around. I don't know, 12 or so orcs. There's a lot of them, but there's a lot of cultists, and so we'll do a bit of abstracting the charge. And so they've got some archers as well. So Eartha, who's up in the cave, will come down quickly. We'll say, what shall we say? We'll say that it'll take her 3 rounds of combat to come through. We'll take 1 round, we'll charge, and then we'll do, so first round we'll charge and we'll do evading blows. Then we'll have 2 rounds of combat, then Eartha will come in, and then we'll have, we'll do more rounds of combat, and we'll keep asking the Oracle, have we got through? And then we'll see if we can grab some treasure, and this is going to fire off as soon as we do the charge. So each round we're going to all have to make evades, and to see if we get hit by magma. We'll have a generic, the cultists, us, in the initiative order. I think that'll work. So, first off, of course, our wonderful, alluring, slinky, we'll call her Slinky in her leather armour, Eartha needs to make a shot. And then we'll say, here we go, cultists in this book, we'll say they've got hit points of 12. They've got 12 hit points. So our mage has got 12 hit points. He's got no armour. He can't evade because he doesn't know it's coming. Eartha needs to make a shot. We will do musician. Musician will consume 3 will points. So we're going to have, Quackbane's going to start singing really loudly. Right, oh my darling, it's time to take it shot. Right, oh my kitty, shoot the little lad. Do it now. It's a bit weak because I think I wasn't really thinking that one through. But if you'd like to write, here we go. Oh, we could have. Let's see. I don't know what I'd send you, but I'll think of something if you like, and I'll get a PDF or something. I'll send it to you. We'll have a competition, little impromptu. If you want to stick in the comments below a little poem which Quackbane could have sung out to do as a musician role. To get Eartha to do a good shot, and then everyone else to charge. Do that. We'll have a little bit like that. Anyone who watches this, it'll last through all of time, and everyone can say whether they think it was good or not. And I don't know if I can send a prize or not because I don't know. Anyway, off goes Eartha. An 11 is good enough, an 18 is not good enough. So an 11 hits because she has a 12 of short bows. The short bow does a d10 plus a d4 in damage. Probably not going to kill him, but you can all but hope. He's got 12 hit points. 6 points. But it's enough to weaken the shield. We start charging. Now, because we've started charging, she needs to kill him for this to go down. Otherwise, we're going to get caught in the protective shield. All right, charge! Now, everyone will get a boon until Quackbane's next go. So we'll drop Quackbane's first go. We'll say he did musician. So first off, we'll have Eartha. 7, not great. We'll have Gorham, 6, slightly better. We might have Eartha switch with Quackbane. Let's have the General Orcs, an 8. General Orcs can be what we've got, blue. Cultists, a 2. That's not great, is it? They can be pink. And then we'll have Quackbane, who's going on a 1, yes, and a 5. So we will switch Eartha, it's going on 7, with Quackbane going on a 1, which means Eartha gets to shoot again. Then the cultists get to try and shoot us. Then we've got the orcs, I think. So let's. I'm gonna have to write stuff on these. Right. Do excuse my handwriting on these. It's atrocious. Eartha gets to go first. Eartha still has a boon. Eartha is going to try and shoot this mage. If Eartha doesn't hit the mage, then they're in bad strife because it means that the barrier is still up and we're going to be pushed back and keep on evading as we go. Now Eartha doesn't have to evade from the magma. All of a sudden there's massive earth-shattering rumble. Everybody is knocked about, so on everyone's turn they need to make an evade, otherwise they're going to get hit by magma. And blobs of magma start piling up into the air and raining down on us as the earth opens up. Eartha, with a boon, trying to shoot a cleric. Thank gosh, it was so 20s are really bad. 6 is a hit. We do a d10 and a d4 damage. He's got 6 hit points left. We need to stick one between his eyes, so she needs to roll at least 6 hit points. 4 is not enough. Okay, so he's down on 2 hit points. We charge, so that's Eartha. Now we've got the cultists. The cultists all need to make a evade roll, which is a 14. They succeed, so all of them are shaking on their feet and dodging as magma comes falling down on top of them. We will give them a roll against, we will say 1 to 4 is one of the general orcs is going to get knocked down. 5 is Gorham, 6 is Quackbane. As we're all charging across, we've climbed over the barricades and we're starting to charge across the bridge towards them. 1. So one of the orcs, as he's climbing over, gets peppered with shot and goes down. As we won't even bother rolling. As the cultists get a shot at them, let's give them another one. They can kill someone else. 4 is 2 of the orcs go down and fall beside Gorham and Quackbane, as Gorham and Quackbane are sort of trying to dodge. Is it? We're going to lean towards no. Is it the chief? Which means Quackbane can get his spyglass back. Leaning towards a no would mean that we'll cancel out the yes, means it's complicated, which means that on Quackbane's turn, if he wants to get the spyglass, we're going to have to make a roll because he can't quite see it. Someone went down. It could have been the chief. It could not have been. So they've killed 2 of the orcs. 2 orcs have gone down. The barricade is now on fire because the orcs can't put it out because they're all charging forwards, and the flame, the magma is falling down onto the barricades and that's burning. We now have Quackbane's first turn. Which would be technically we'll consume his last turn. No, we'll consume that one. So Quackbane is doing the musician for that turn. We have no. Well, I tell you what. So as we've got the musician going again, Instead he's going to use that turn to do musician again, but he has to roll an evade, otherwise he is going to get hit by some fire, which is a natural 1. He's already got a thingy for evade. So hold on, agility. Oh no, it's not a natural 1. Oh, 17, okay, he missed it because he's got a bane for agility rolls. So he doesn't get a natural 1, he gets a 17. So we will say he will take, at this point, first round, D4 damage. He takes 2 points of damage, which is going to go through armour as magma starts hitting on his shoulders, and he's brushing it off and trying to keep going, as he is then going to sing another song. He's going to use up another 3 points of will. What's he going to sing?
Forward, forward, forward onto them. Kill 'em, put 'em on the ground. I want you lads to take that fence. I want you lads to take those cultists. I want you lads to kill 'em all. Or at least let us get through.
So that's him doing that. Everybody now has a boon. Gorham is going to try sprinting forwards. First, Gorham is going to try and evade the magma because of his. I think he's got an evade of 10. He's got an evade of 8. Okay, Gorham gets hit by magma. Gorham takes 3 hit points. Gorham or pincushion. He's charging forwards. He's screaming, oh, ow, oh, ow, oh. Which this is all the charging forwards, and just basically makes his way to their barricades. But he's been sort of finding this false, pushing him back. It's Gorham. We've got the orcs. Let's see if they get to... if they've got an 8 as well, they fail. So 2 more of the orcs get killed by magma, meaning there's say 2/3 of the orcs left. There's less orcs than there were to start off with, so we now might be approaching either equal or almost outnumbered. And finally, we have Quackbane. Quackbane, who had been standing at the one end, is now... Let's make Quackbane is going to attempt to make an awareness check, which he doesn't have a bane on, so he just gets his boon. He gets a natural 1 for awareness. He's already got a natural 1 for awareness, which means that he spots the spyglass on the floor being dropped. If he can make... Let's see, an acrobatics check. He's got 6 for acrobatics. He is able to pick it up and move forwards. Otherwise, there's a probability he's going to get hit by the magma in the process of getting it. So then we can decide where he takes damage. So he needs to roll under 6. A natural 1. A 1 again. So he gets a nice little tick for acrobatics. He does this sweet as roll, picking up the spyglass, popping it back into his pocket, rolling back up to the ladder, sprinting, and then diving and doing a little bit of a duck glide back down. So he is near the barricades as well for round 2. Now remember, everyone gets a boon until Quackbane's first go, and so Quackbane might swap with Eartha if Eartha goes first. So orcs go on 3. Eartha goes on a 10. Yeah, he will be. Cultists go on a 2. Oh, that's cultists. Gorham goes on a 4. Quackbane goes on an 8 and a 6. That's no good to us. So he is going to switch with... No, the orcs go on a... The cultists go on a 2. The orcs are going to switch with Eartha. So we've got the cultists who are all going to open fire on us. Then we have Eartha, then we have Gorham, then we have Quackbane, then we have Quackbane, then we have the orcs. So, cultists. The cultists are going to attempt to shoot at Gorham, and two lots shots at Gorham. So I'll roll 2d6, 2d10, 2d20, and we'll see what they get. They have on here... that says they have just knives, but we'll give them a 14. What do we have for bows? Hunters have 13. We'll give them a bow of 13. So 2 hits on Gorham, doing, what shall we say? Is it a D8? I think it's a D8 plus 4. I think Gorham's going down again. So first one, doing 9 points. Drop by 2 is there's 7 points. Meaning Gorham is now on 9 points as 1 arrow hits Gorham in the shoulder. And then we've got 8 dropping down to 6. Oh, he's on 1 hit point. Gorham is on 1 hit point as he strides forwards. That's the cultist. Eartha is now with her... Eartha doesn't have to make the roll, but she does need to make a shot for this one. Otherwise, we're a bit in the stuck. So she's got her 12s and trying to hit that mage. An 8 is a hit on the mage, doing a D10 and a D4. He's only got 2 hit points left. Doing 13 hit points. That was a 10. Doing 13 hit points. So this arrow basically goes through his eye. He drops back and we can feel the force that's been keeping us back drop away as the orcs just pile forwards into the barricades to tear them apart. Gorham, who's been hit twice, Gorham might do a, what's it called? A round rest. I think he might take a round rest. Is it called a round rest? Round rest, quick rest that lasts just a single round. During a round rest, you recover only will points, no hit points. You can only have a round rest once per shift. All right, we are going to let Gorham have the power, which is in the bestiary. Yes, in the bestiary book. Bestiary. What it says is that orcs, player character orcs, are tough, which is 3 will points. Orcs can take an extraordinary amount of pain and keep on fighting. An orc with 0 hit points can activate this ability automatically to rally without rolling against will or being persuaded by someone else. Usually this ability only is used by player characters and important NPCs. What that basically means is that Gorham can keep going on 0 hit points, but he has to continue making death saves. So he can get up and keep going, but he has to make death saves. If he fails 3 death saves, he dies, but he can keep charging forwards, which means that Quackbane isn't held back and Gorham can keep working and keep doing stuff. But of course he's got, and I think it's if you take damage, you automatically have a failed death save. So Gorham is on 1 hit point. He is then charging forwards. So that was Eartha, now on Gorham. Gorham is charging forwards. He won't do a round rest because a round rest only gets you back will points. So instead, he is going to pile into the barricade. He's going to, shall he delay? He's going to swap his 4 with Quackbane, because then he and all the orcs can try and pile into the barricade at the same time. Let's see how many points he's got left. Quackbane, Quackbane is going to create another boon by singing again. This is the last of his will points, because whether I got it wrong or right, this is the last of his will points. So Quackbane is going to say, burn down the barricades, burn them down. Burn down the barricades and set it on fire. We want marshmallows on those flames. Come on, lads. Burn down's the game. As that goes forwards, but we're going to make him make an evade roll. Otherwise, he's going to be a bit toasty. Succeeding on evading the flames and the stuff, he then does his musician with his lyre and he's shouting out as they're charging forwards and into the barricades, which is where he then will attempt to. So we'll go, all 3 of these are going to make a collective roll to try and push the barricades down. They're going to try and charge straight into the barricades en masse. We will let them make, so Quackbane has a strength of 7, but he's exhausted, which means his boon cancels his bane, and he hits it like it's a big wooden wall and doesn't do any damage to it whatsoever. Then we'll have Gorham. A 4 is good. We'll make that go under, and we'll have all the orcs collectively. Oh, they did badly. All right, the orcs are going to do half damage, but there's loads of them. they hit. If Gorham can roll, I don't know, more than 6 on this. All right, they hit the wall and it doesn't go down. So they hit it. Quackbane, all of them, they're going to have to scale it, but the barrier's not there, and it's going to be harder for the cultists to shoot them. But that's all of their go on this turn. Eartha is going to set off and run as fast as she can, which will take her all 2 rounds, as we try and scale this and get over, and then everyone piles into the cultists en masse. And we see if we can get to the other side of this, as the magma still keeps coming down, and because the magma is continuing to come down, we'll say that the damage is now going to be a d6 for the magma, as it's really hotting up and the magma is raining on top of us. It's so noisy and it's starting to get really uncomfortably hot. If we can't clear this in, say, 2 rounds of some successful hits, yeah, then we're going to go up to D10 of damage, and this is going to be dangerous for us. So, let us, we'll go Eartha. Ooh, 2. Cultists, 6. Orcs, 7. Gorham, 3. Nice. Quackbane, an 8 and a 10. Not so nice. All right, so Quackbane, 8 and 10. We've got Eartha, Gorham, Cultists, Orcs, Quackbane. Okay, Eartha is going to run across, and then she is going to try and do a shot whilst running at cultists who's starting to come up at the top to try and keep the cultists' heads down. She's basically playing Legolas. A 7 or a 9, both hit. So if she can get, oh, I don't know, let's give this dude 10 hit points. 11. Okay, one of the cultists comes up as she's running. She stops, takes a shot. The cultist jumps up. He's about to throw a rock or a knife or throw a spear. That's more handy, isn't it? He's about to stab one of the orcs with a spear and gets caught in an arrow with an arrow and tumbles off. Nice one, Eartha. Gorham is going to try and scale up and try and smack someone. Oh, actually, Eartha needs to make an yeah, that'll do, an evade. So Eartha is also jumping to the side as big blobs of magma are hitting on top of this bridge, which is now starting to shake and crumble. So we'll also say the bridge goes down in 2 turns. How do we get back? I don't know. Gorham is going to try and dodge, so he rolled a 4 for that one. So Gorham dodges the magma coming down. He is also going to attempt to cleave someone. I think he's got 12. Nat 1, okay, so he cleaves one dude. Doing, I think it's a D8 plus 4. D10 plus 4. A D10 plus 4 for his short sword. 4 points, so he injures one who goes back, and he instantly takes another shot. Another nat 1, a nat 1 again, so he'll take another shot. And then he does a D10 plus 4 on a third one. He cleaves another one in twain, and if that's a nat 1, then he goes again. An 11 is a hit with a 12 because he's got 12s. So one got badly injured, one is cleaved. 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll say that's a cleave. So he's cleaving through these cultists as he's grabbing onto the barricades, and he's climbing on top and hacking away at cultists as they're coming over. The cultists and now get to reply back. So they don't get that. So they foul. Nat 20. A couple of them get hit by massive blobs of magma that hit him straight in the head. There's screams, there's an awful smell of burnt flesh as they're climbing over, as these cultists are falling to the ground and are trying to scrabble out of the way as the orcs are piling over the barricades, teaming down. The barricades are starting to creak and they're now burning, and the cultists are starting to scream and go on fire. There's a complete rout going on there. But a couple of them will still, so we'll do 2 attacks from them. A couple of them try and attack. They both have good attacks against Quackbane as one, and the orcs as the other. So one of the orcs goes down, and then we'll have them doing D8 plus 4 against Quackbane. Let's see, has Quackbane got... Quackbane might try and roll. Quackbane's going to try and roll an evade. What's his evade? His evade is 12. Nat 1. Did I say I think I am deeply in love with this D20. No, don't tell Mandy, but this D20, I mean, you know, it's a pretty good D20. So Crackbane just dodges that attack. It means he loses his last go, but that's fine, as the Cultist doesn't get to get a hit on him, but one of the Orcs goes down. Now we've got the Orcs. The Orcs are now piling over. They have to roll evades, so they've got a boon because they're on our side for a change. So they get a 3. They are invading as they're piling over, scrabbling to grab Cultists and chuck them over the edge. Let's give them 2 attacks. A 5, we'll get that's a hit, and an 11 is also a hit. Cultists are going flying over the barricades as the Orcs are pushing forwards even more. And then we have Crackbane's final turn. So Crackbane comes over the top. I think Crackbane is going to basically try and head through. And let's see. Let's give him. So first off, he's got to do an evade. A natural 1. And then he'll do. So we'll make him an awareness. We'll give him an awareness check. And if he succeeds, he can grab a treasure. Where have I put the treasures? There we go. We'll grab a treasure. Maybe 2. A natural 1. A natural 1 on awareness as well. Okay, I'm going to give him 2 treasures. So Crackbane is going to, on this side, has going to seen some things that have caught his eye. I don't know what these are, but they might be good, so we'll grab that. He's seen some things that have caught his eye, and he is going to scrabble towards them, grab a couple of things. We will turn them, we'll just grab 2 cards and not see what they are. 1, 2. All right, we'll turn those over afterwards. He's just grabbed a couple of like bags that he set, that he looks attractive. We don't know what they are. I don't know what they are. We will find out afterwards. If they're useless, Crackbane's just going to go, oh, that's my luck, innit? The barricades, the whole of those cultist areas are routed. There's flames everywhere. The whole area is on fire. The magma is pouring down now. It's streaming thick streams. Earth is shouting, don't wait for me. Just keep going, keep going. The Orcs are cheering as they're ripping the cultists apart. We will do one more round, and then we will take that Crackbane. If Gorham can stand, Gorham and Eartha have got clear, and the Orcs were celebrating that they have taken the bridge, even though the reality is the bridges. Then maybe we'll do a leaning heavily towards a yes, and we'll ask the Oracle, did the bridge fall down? Then we will roll a new threat, decide a new threat to take on, and the team will move on, finishing the Falls Crossing. So who's first? Orcs. Orcs go first. Then we'll go Eartha. Eartha goes last. Poor old Eartha. Then we'll have the Cultists. Cultists go middle, 6. Gorham, 2. Then we'll have Crackbane on an 8 and a 7. Okay, so Gorham goes first. No, Orcs go first, then Gorham, then the Cultists, then we've got Crackbane and Eartha. So, Orcs first. Evade rolls. They still have a boon. Nat 1. Okay, so we're going to just say the Orcs and Gorham are going to plough through the Cultists. We'll give them 2 rolls with boons. An 8 is a hit. A 4 is a hit, that's for the Orcs. And then Gorham has got a 10, is still a hit. So they tear through the Cultists, and the Cultists that are left run away. So we'll basically say that is that. That's the Cultist Legate. Crackbane now needs to make an evade roll. With, oh, thank God for that 20. With an 8 means that he evades the magma that's piling down on top. Then he is going to just keep pegging it with Gorham. Crackbane will go ahead, basically back up the other side as the magma's starting to come up to the edge and really start to affect with these 2 things. And then Eartha, come on Eartha. 12, is that an evade for you, Eartha? Acrobatic, oh, she hasn't got evade, but she has got acrobatics of 14. So we'll count that as acrobatics of 14. Which means that she makes that, and then Eartha is up with Quackbane, and they wait for Gorham, who's standing around like cheering with the other orcs. As let's now ask. So we're leaning towards a yes. So we need to have a 2 no's to make it that the bridge is not going down. So that leaning heavily towards a yes means it's an extreme yes, because we're going to add 2 of these basically become yeses, which is an extreme yes. There's a creak and a cracking sound, and the center of the bridge starts to crumble and fall apart as the heat is affecting all the mortar and the parts that are holding the bridge together, even though it's got the old slight arc with the keystone. The keystone shatters in half and the bridge crumbles into itself and collapses into the ground as the bridge over the Falls Crossing goes down. And Quackbane, and we've been going, this says an hour, so it's a bit less than an hour, and the sound always goes out of sync when it goes this long. So I'm going to wrap it up here. We'll find out what the treasure is, and then I'm going to write that we need a new threat. So the threat is on 1. We need to work out a new threat from we'll use the, what is it? It's this one. Additional threats book. We'll work out a new threat to have us chase down with. And Quackbane looks at the treasures he's got. Oh, and we'll have them take a rest. Gorham needs to be healed. And Quackbane got adventuring gear, roll a d6. 1, a bedroll. Nice. Don't know what it does, but we'll look it up. And, so that's bedroll. And we've got a pipe and paraphernalia worth 1d6 silver. 2 silver. So we've got pipe and paraphernalia. That's not bad. So some pipe tobacco worth 2 silver pieces. And after that excitement and burning fun, we will call that there, as that's going to be almost an hour's worth of Dragonbane fun. Thank you very much for joining. I do enjoy Quackbane and the adventures in Dragonbane. It would be nice to go above ground later on, maybe, after we finish Deepfall Breach. But it is very, very good. It's a very good game. Nice to solo. I wasn't a bit. My first session, I didn't quite know how to deal with it, but it's very, very good. Thank you very much for joining me. We will leave Quackbane, Gorham and Eartha in Deepfall Breach, climbing up the side of a cliff face to an entrance to continue on and try and find where these cultists come from, so as we can catch hold of the cultists wearing the Worldbreaker Shard next week in more adventures of Quackbane in Dragonbane. I'll see you there. Goodbye.